When we stress about things in life and we worry too much about things, our brain releases an increased amount of cortisol, which is a hormone that can have or has a negative effect on your body. It's your adrenal glands releases that hormone, and it increases the inflammation levels in your body. It can have a lot of negative effects on your health, especially in the long run. That is not what we want. But why do we keep stressing about things? And why do we keep worrying about things? If we already know that stress and worry has a negative effect on our health, on our body, it doesn't solve any problems. We cannot change a lot of those stresses and worries, or the factors that provide us with the stress and worries in our lives, and yet we keep focusing on them. And yet we keep coming home from work, or we keep going to work, and the first thing we speak about is what went wrong in our lives. What did not work out the way that we wanted it to work out that day? What irritated us? Who frustrated us? Who misbehaved? I've come to realize that it's a habit. You are in such a state of focusing on the negatives in your life that it becomes a habit, and we keep doing it. And then suddenly we realize that we feel like we are stuck under this black blanket and we cannot get out of it. Because we are so deep in stress and worry that every small thing in life that happens is being seen negatively. And before you know it, you start having health issues because your inflammation level in your body increases. You either start losing weight or you start gaining weight. Your skin starts struggling, your bones start becoming thinner, your hair starts falling out. And you look into the mirror and you start not liking what you actually see. So how do we change that? How can we go to bed at night time and sleep through the night peacefully without waking up in sweats, without waking up worrying about things that have happened the day before or the things that might happen tomorrow? You need to shift your focus. You need to shift your focus away from the things that worry you. Sometimes we feel like we have no energy left. We can't do this. We cannot get through this. It's just too much. It's too overwhelming. And yet, majority of times, we can still get through this. And how often do things happen in our lives that we felt we cannot get over this, and then you suddenly do, and you look back and you think, wow, how did I do that? How did I manage to get through this? Just keep going. You've got this. But you need to start shifting your energy and your focus away from the things that keep pulling you down, the things that affect you negatively, because it's no use worrying and stressing about it. You are not solving a problem like that. You are not making things better. You're actually making things worse, and the problem does not get resolved. So, baby steps, because these changes are not easy and they cannot be done overnight. But a good start would be when you go to your workplace, or when you go home after work, or you walk into your home environment and you start speaking about your day. Maybe think back about what happened today and start thinking about something that affected you in a positive light. Because as soon as you shift your energy away from the things that worry you and pull you down, and you start thinking about the positive things that actually happened in your life, you realize how many positive things there actually have been in your life, and how many inspirational things have actually happened, and how many smiles you have received, and how many compliments you have received. But we don't notice the small things. We don't smell the flowers on the side of the road because we are so overwhelmed by all the stress and worry that we keep focusing on the whole time. So start slowly and start doing that. And if you have something that happened that is negative, by all means, you have to be able to let it out. You have to be able to speak about it. Don't keep it inside. Find someone that you can speak to about it, even if it's just somebody who listens and doesn't give you a response or advice, but just to be able to get it out of your system, or write it down. Start a diary and write down all the negatives. But at the same time, I would like you to write on the page next to it how you can resolve it, or how you can change that negative into positive, or how you're going to be dealing with it. That you are now shifting your energy away from it, because you can see that you can't resolve it if you keep focusing on it. You need to let it go. You can't, you've tried to change it, but you can't. And then when you start changing that habit of being focused on the negative all the time, and you start focusing more on the positives, you're going to start creating that small, tiny feeling inside of you that's called gratitude. And with every positive thought and every positive memory that you're bringing into your brain, that gratitude is going to increase. And slowly but surely, you are going to start feeling a bit lighter, and you're going to start feeling like you are actually able to deal more with the stresses and the worries in your life, because you've been so overwhelmed by it all, and you were so focused on it all the time that you missed out on all the good things and the positive things and the small things that have happened in your life that are actually amazing. The things that you should be grateful for, because those are the things that release the happy hormones in your brain. And start exercising, or increase your exercise levels. Start slowly. If you don't have a current exercise routine, just start slowly by going for fast walks. But you've got to have the secret to everything in life is consistency. You have to have consistent behavior, consistent actions. That's the only way you're going to be able to make a change and be that change that you want to see in life. That way, you can start changing your weaknesses into strengths, and you're going to start feeling better for it. Your mind, your body, your soul, your being, everything is going to start feeling better if you start focusing on the good things that are happening in your life instead of focusing on the bad things and the worrying things, because it's not going to solve it. It's not going to make it go away. I would like to add, Mahatma Gandhi once said that your beliefs become your thoughts, and your thoughts become your words. So when you do come home from work, or when you do go to work, or when you go into a friend's home and you're sitting amongst a circle of friends, stop speaking about the negatives first. Try and remember and try and think about and share the moments of beauty and the positive things that have happened in your life. Try and keep conversations positive, because those are the things that you will think about, that you will speak about, and your words will become your actions. Your actions will become your habits. If you start speaking negative all the time, you start thinking about all the negative things, and you start thinking about all the stress and worry non-stop, all day long, all night long, then that is your habit. That's going to become your habit, is negative thinking. Your habits will become your values. That will become what you believe in, and your values become your destiny. And all these things, that starting off with your beliefs and ending in your destiny, these are all elements that are within your control. You have a choice every single day to change them. You have a choice in what you believe in. You have a choice in what you're thinking, what you're speaking, what your actions are, what your habits are, what your values are. Choose wisely, and don't let stress and worry control your life. You start controlling it. Thank you. You've got this. Just keep going, and remember baby steps. So be patient with yourself and don't be so hard on yourself. Love yourself. Because when you look into the mirror and you see that smile on your face, smile at yourself and give yourself a big pat on the shoulder. Because this is your life. This is your story, and you've got this. You can make this happen. Whatever you want, you can make it happen. But baby steps, day by day. Thank you.